My signal is terrible. Why my signal is so bad? Mm, you. Wait. Access to this feature. I'm trying to work here. And yeah, yeah. Well, the topic today was motivation. I wanted to. I have a podcast now. I interviewed this morning with a MMA channel, and a couple months ago, I fought a girl, which this girl was an MMA fighter. For who don't know here, I'm a professional fighter, pro boxer. Um, this girl was very big, very huge, huge size. Very very long arms. Um, I knew it was gonna be a tough fight, and I knew she can fight, she can punch, but she also can take a punch, definitely. Because she's an MMA fighter. Um, well, anyway, I'm always confident in my work, and probably sounds weird and sounds arrogant, but no, I really trust in my work. Without humiliating or degrading nobody else's works. Um, I forgot my password. Sorry, I'm trying to log in here in my TikTok so I can go live here in my TikTok too. Um, I'm sorry, y'all. Just give me a second. 777-460. Oh, tell me that I. Just a second, y'all. I'm sorry. I'm trying to connect here my TikTok so my other followers don't miss this live. So as I was saying, I will look here the picture. This girl was very big, very big. Um, we were meeting. I was going down in my weight. I was because I was fighting at 130. So I have to weight in the scale 129. Let's say. Uh, I was in that process, and I received a call. I received a call and God say, we need you at 140 this time. You don't need to cut weight all the way down. So I got a little bit upset because like I'm starving already for a couple of days, and now like, oh, I don't have to starve anymore. But then I saw the positive, on it, and it was actually pretty cool, pretty cool. Um, well, I went up on my weight, no problem, because I was able to eat. I had the permission to eat, So we went to the face off. I think I did 142 on the scale. I don't remember exactly. I think I did 142 on the scale. Let me see if you can hear me here. Can you hear me? So I went 142, I think, in the scale in for that fight. Just let me make sure that you guys can hear me. Hello? Hello? Yeah, perfect. Um, 142 on the scale. I remember I was with sandals, the heels, heel sandals. Pretty basic, like a flip flops, but with heels, and they are pretty like um big, And I was with those heels, I remember, and I still was. I was looking small next to her because she was pretty big, pretty big. Um, she had great size advantage besides me, against me, Um, well, I took my shoes off. Actually, I think yeah, we were in Arizona. We were in Arizona, and I took my sandals, my shoes off, and I was so little, so short in front of this girl. I was like, whoa, so I'm here, I don't even dare to think bad or to think back anymore. I learned my lesson, especially in the amateurs. I was pretty anxious fighter. I just want to fight, just like one day moment to come, and it was pretty hard for me to keep my rhythm or my endurance and my resistance that I used to train a lot, and I really couldn't show my work before because I used to get pretty anxious before the fight. I'm going like here on my TikTok too. Okay, yeah. So I always get pretty anxious before the fight. Um, and I learned the lesson in my amateur, so I don't dare to think negative anymore before a fight. I just think about the things that I have been working on and the things that I can do better. Example, when you already know what is the advantage or what the other fighter have against you, um, you already know what you have to do. If you know the strong point of your opponent, you already know what you have to do. Example, this person is long. I cannot fight a long distance with this person because this person is gonna beat the shit out of me all the time, because it's long. It's a long person, so it's with the big size. Um, so I'm pretty realistic with myself in that sense of the philosophy. When I have tough fights, um, it's hard to be motivated when you have a big challenge sometimes. No, always, okay, because I don't really feel insecure, example, when I'm fighting, but I feel pretty aware, about what can be my weakness and what I think the other fighter can do because that fighter have that strong point. I don't know if it makes sense. So somehow I already know what I have to do. I've been in boxing for so long. Of course, I'm not a perfect fighter. Of course, I have my mistakes. Of course, I have my weakness and I have my faults and my faults. And I have things that make me predictable. Maybe yes, maybe no. I don't know. It depends the IQ of the other fighter also. But with this fight, I knew this girl was a big girl, long size, so I couldn't just go for the fight because I didn't want to get hurt. Nobody wants to get hurt. So like, let me do my thing. If she have something that she can do well, she's gonna do it, and I'll be here ready, like waiting for it. That was my mindset, and that's how it went. And actually, I enjoyed that fight so much with Marisa Sanchez because um I took the challenge, I took the challenge. I took other hard challenges before with the league, going up and down in weight when I'm a featherweight and I have to go welterweight or lightweight, women's. Um, it's a tough decision because yes, it's entertainment for the ones who are outside of the ring, but every time a fighter steps into the ring, you are putting your life in risk, you know. So you have to be aware that anytime you go step in the ring, you maybe you maybe will never be the same after it, you know. So that's the part about being very aware and being realistic and being grateful and respect the discipline of the fighters. Besides the discipline, besides what kind of fighting they do, always respect the fighter. You know, any sport is can be dangerous, especially any sport that is professional means there is another level. There is another level of what the human body can take. You are not an average person when you are a professional fighter. Yes, you are a regular person with a fucking ass bad discipline, you know, that you discipline is your life and that's why you are pro and that's why you are in another level, but you just are a person, um as everybody. But what makes you different of the rest is like you are a regular person but you don't have regular discipline, and you don't have not even average discipline. You are in another level, you know, stepping up and leveling up. Uh, and I thought, and I took that fight as leveling myself up. Any fight, especially big girls, especially me being in a low weight class, taking risks to fight big girls, um, is tough. I did another hard fight with Stasha Sotos. I remember Stasha. This bitch was 5'9". I am fucking 5'3". 129 pounds, and I go up to five 144 when just respectfully, okay, because I love everybody, but just let me say my thing. Those bitches fucking huge, and they coming from 150, 160, I 170, 180. I don't know, but they coming down. Now I'm eating my McDonald's or something to just go up, you know. And I took the risk as a leveling up in my career, as a leveling up in my mindset, in my spirit, in my warrior spirit, and it's always a learning. Besides the winning, besides the loss, it's always a learning. But what I understand about fighting, you can never underestimate your opponent, and you can never underestimate yourself. You are more capable to do stuff that you don't even think or imagine because you are so busy overthinking shit that don't even matter. Um, Fighting has to be a lifestyle when you are a fighter. Everyone is a fighter in life, okay? All of us fight different demons, different pains, different traumas, different adversities. But all of us are fighters, but when we talk about professional fighters, persons who does that for a living, people who punch other people in the face and get paid for it, we're talking about another level. Um, it's hard to be a fighter, and it's hard to people understand who a fighter is and what the fighter does. Many fighters don't even know themselves. They just know they are fighters and they can fight and they love fighting. But who are you besides fighting, right? Because there is a point, there is a moment in your time, in your day, in your basis life that you have to be with people in an environment as a society, but there is a time that you have to be with yourself. There is a time that you have to be with your own thoughts. There is a time that is nobody there watching you, that is just you and God. So that is the time that you have to look to build yourself, will your mindset, will how you see yourself and how you think about yourself, especially if you are willing to step into the ring, into the MMA, into the jiu-jitsu, into any combat sport, okay? You have to level up your mindset. um We don't play motivation here in the next level. Motivation doesn't exist. If you want motivation, you have to work on that shit, because you have to do what you have to do no matter what, because you are trying to accomplish something, right? You are trying to go besides that you see, because you feel. That's why you work so hard. You have to keep working hard because you feel something, but you don't see it, but you know it's there. That shit is called faith. Okay, what is faith? Believing in something with no doubts at all. So you don't have to doubt yourself. You don't have to doubt about your dream, about who you are, and about what you can take or not in life. Besides life, your spirit, what your spirit tells you to do. You have to follow, and you have to think, and you have to smell, you have to touch, you have to see, you have to taste, about how your spirit communicates with you, your environment communicates with your spirit. So you have five senses. Use those senses to communicate with your surroundings, so you can understand better about yourself, about who you are, and about, wow, what I'm doing here in this journey of life, what I'm trying to do. Oh, I'm trying to open a business. Oh, I want to be a big boss. I don't know what I'm trying to accomplish. You want to be the best runner. You want to be have the best restaurant in your neighborhood, in your city. I don't know what are you trying to accomplish. You are trying to accomplish something, but let me tell you something. Whatever the fuck you are trying to accomplish, you need to fucking work out, and you need to work out hard. You need to take your body to the another level, to the insanity of the pain that you say, oh my god, I'm so fucking tired, I can't take it anymore. Yes, you can, because in that part when you turn off that negativity in your mind, and because your body is like giving up, and you're like, oh fuck, I can't do it anymore, and you give up. No, that's why you need to work hard, because when hard shit comes to your life and you're like, I don't know what I do, I think this is not for me. But remember, you already took more hard shit in your life, that you did it against your own self. So if you hurt if you hurt your own self through the workouts, so the insanity of the pain of what I can take next or what I cannot take next, you will understand what is the pain, right? And that pain, life is gonna give you pain. What I'm trying to say is life is gonna give you pain. Life is gonna give you so many shit that you don't even gonna see it coming. But you are ready for it because you train, right? You work out, and you work hard. You work out for life. You don't work out because, oh, I want to see myself good. I don't want to have I want to have low body fat, and I just want to get girls or boys. Yeah, like, yeah, maybe, but that's so fucking poor and basic. You train for life, because you don't know, maybe tomorrow you break one leg and nobody's there to help you, so you can fucking get up and just go however you can to look for the help that you need. Maybe someone in your house fucking falls down on the stairs and you need to carry someone, and like, oh, I'm sorry, you are so fucking fat that you cannot help people. Or maybe, I don't know, someone steals something from you on the street, or see some thief um stealing something from an old lady in the street, and like running, and like you cannot even run like 100 feet because you are so fucking tired, and fat, and you cannot take anything. So that's why you have to work out. You have to work out for life, to be prepared for life. Okay. You're not always gonna have people helping you. People sometimes don't want to fucking help. And I'm telling you from the experience, I don't even want to fucking help people sometimes. That's the truth. Because it's not because I'm selfish, okay? Because it is what it is. Sometimes people don't want to do shit for you. So you have the same right. Sometimes you don't want to do shit for people. So you have to be ready when people wants to say no to your face, right? Because you are able to say no also to people's face, right? So you guys understand what I'm trying to say here? Be prepared for life. Prepare yourself for life. You can have many people surrounding you, and you can have so many um, friends, family, coworkers, people that you love to be around, but it's a moment that you have to be with your own self. There is a moment that you have to be with your own thoughts. And let me tell you, you can have many relationships, but you're gonna be the longest relationships that you're gonna have in your life is gonna be with yourself, with your fucking self. And you cannot even stay with your own self, with your own thoughts. Really, you cannot stay with your own misery because you feel so bad. You want to go out and drink and, I don't know, have fun or have sex that you don't even need, or like putting shit in your body. Oh, you feel so sorry for yourself that you go and fucking intoxicate yourself, so much shit. Oh, poor you. Well, nobody gives a fuck. If you don't give a fuck, nobody gives a fuck. So let me tell you, nobody's gonna give a fuck about your pain. So embrace the pain, and you start practices the mindset of the life, the surviving, being able to survive, no being in survival mode. That's very different. You have to be able to survive. You don't have to be in survival mode. Okay, survival mode is gonna come somehow because it comes. That's life. But you have to be ready to turn that mood on. You know. Oh, someone sent a message here. Oh, I'm sorry. I sent an invitation to someone. I didn't mean it. Thank you. Um, Thank you so much for the likes. Thank you so much. That's so sweet. I will take a sip of my coffee. Really, nobody gives a shit about you. If you don't give a shit about yourself, nobody gives a shit about you. So what are you waiting for? Huh? You can be with yourself, with your own thoughts, but you can be training, you can be running, you can be doing something. Um, Everyone is trying to accomplish something in life. Every one of us. And if you think you don't have no purpose, no sense of life, or you don't have no motivation, you don't know what you're doing here. Let me tell you, that's a fucking lie. That's a lazy ass spirit that you have in your body. So get the fuck out of there. Get out of the couch. Get out of the whatever place you are and just go for a walk. And it sounds rude and it sounds mean, and I'm sorry that you don't like, or maybe you get triggered by what I'm saying. But it's the truth. Sometimes you don't want to do shit, you just have to do it, willing or not. I've been fighting with procrastination lately a lot, a lot, a lot because let me see how I can explain this. I feel like I don't have something that I really need and I really deserve, so that got into my mind lately, and I started fighting with procrastination. And then I told myself yesterday, like, fuck this shit. Listen, I know I'm gonna lose to myself. Like, I already have so many shit going on in life, and the things that is about to come, good and bad, God willing, and the universe hear my prayers. I just want positivity and love in my life, okay? But adversity comes and it's gonna come because it's life. So how I'm gonna be prepared for it? How? Tell me. Probably you will never be prepared for it. That's another hard truth. But you will have the spirit and the willing to keep moving forward no matter what, because we ain't here to lose. We can lose because something else is better, or because I wasn't prepared maybe for it. But if I wasn't prepared for it, it's because it is that the truth, not because I didn't did enough to get prepared for it. Okay, whatever comes to me, if I gotta lose it because I wasn't ready, not because I didn't get ready. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? You know what I mean? So, how many things we do lately, and maybe through our entire life of we don't want to do that. Probably we don't have no motivation to do that, but we have to do it. Example, work. Sometimes. Sometimes we work for someone, for a company or whatever it is, and we don't want to be there, right? We don't want to be there, but we have to work because we have bills to pay. Hello, we are grown ass people. We have to work and pay bills, so we have to do what we have to do. And sometimes we even say yourself involves in relationships that we don't want, but like we just want to be here at the same time. It's like the lazy spirit. I know, but I don't know, but I care, and I don't know at the same time. So all this takes discipline and takes commitment. Commitment is an investment of time. You have to invest time. I know it's hard to hear that shit, but you have to invest time. And that's the hard thing about the time, because all of us have 24 hours per day. What are we doing with those 24 hours a day? What are you doing with it? You sleep 8, 10 maybe, but what do you do with the rest of it? What do you do with the rest 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20 hours of your day? What do you do with it? Besides work, besides entertain yourself. It's growing is not funny. I ain't funny. But you have to just say, okay, I'm gonna work on myself and take it as a champion. And being a professional fighter, when the fight comes, you have to fight. There's nobody there to help you. It's you and your opponent. So when you are a fighter, how much work and time to the work that you put on it, when you are in the ring, you're gonna see it. You are that fighter or you are not. You know, um, and we see many professional fighters like world champions, unified world champions, blah blah blah, that they are there, but they never saw someone that are in the other level, but they are the face of their own weight, or you know what I mean? They are their own brand, their own personality, and their own champions. They are, but they never saw something about the other level, and that's a hard part, because besides a discipline, this is a business too, and you have to be able to have the business mindset, and it's hard, but you have to find a balance as a fighter. Oh, you have to fight for the comfort. You have to fight in the comfort and the uncomfortable zone. You always have to be ready to fight. You have to flow with it. You have to work smart. You don't have to work hard, but never stop working hard. You know what I mean? I'm receiving some. You know what I mean? Motivation. Motivation ain't gonna be here tomorrow. Motivation ain't gonna give a shit about you. Nobody's gonna give a shit about you. So what are you doing for it? It's hard to take it. I know, because I hate it. You think I like it? You think I like to be beating on myself, but if I don't beat on myself, I won't be ready for what is next. Someone is gonna think has the right to beat on myself, and is gonna come and try to beat myself and make me feel bad about myself and gonna make me something, because this is life and shit happens. So I'm ready for whatever it comes, because I already did beat myself. You think I like it, but oh yeah. Hola loco, saludos desde Uruguay. Yeah. So professional fighters. Any pro athlete, you think something is right with us here? We are different. We are regular persons, as you are, but with exceptional discipline. That is what makes us apart. We are so close, but we are so far away from regular people. And anyone who didn't step never ever in the ring or in any martial or combat sport really never should dare to say something negative. As an entertainment, yes, talk your shit. Oh, fine. But as an athlete, you know, I think that's an accomplishment, a challenge that everyone in life should do it once in their life. Step into the fucking ring and at least do 5 fights, amateurs starting, of course, um, but to get the feeling, we are here to kill each other, but we have rules, you know, we have rules. Uh, we can't get out of here. This is what we got it. We kind of kill each other with it, but we have to respect it at the same time. So there is kind of sportsmanship to be accomplished too, and that's a whole other hard part sometimes when you as a fighter, um, face all. What do you mean? What are you mean? What are you trying to say? I'm back, y'all. I'm sorry. My computer was disconnected and my computer turned it off. But I'm back. I'm back. I'm back. What did you say? So that is true. Yeah, it's good stuff. But in case you didn't hear that today, someone needs to tell you, um, because you even don't give a shit about yourself sometimes. So you're expecting someone else give a shit about yourself. To be honest, training. Yeah. So I do have a sparring today, for an example, so I didn't want to do anything today because I did lift some weights yesterday. I was procrastinating, you see, still procrastinating. But after my sparring, I will get my miles done. Um, and that's a perfect example about giving a shit, you see. I procrastinated, so that means in certain way I didn't give a shit about myself. And why I should expect someone else care about myself and my results. My results, my responsibility. The procrastination. I received a question here because we were talking about procrastination also, and I did say that I was procrastinating a lot lately because I'm having the feeling that I feel that there is something that I do not have that I feel should be here or I should have already. So I was feeling sorry for myself and thinking very negative about it, like, oh shit, I don't have this shit, like I need that, and like why I can't have it, like I was feeling so bad about myself, and like, you know what, I can't just. I'm gonna see hours and hours and hours pass, and I didn't do anything through my day, and I was like, oh shit, 4 or 5 hours already passed, and I'm here like feeling sorry for myself, like, bro, come on, come on, like come on, Flo, come on. So, and that's a perfect example. Like, I wasn't giving a shit about myself because I was so trapped in that unconscious part of my mind with those little, como se dice, like characters, like fighting each other. And like, I was like a zombie, like a drug addict, like this, like, and those characters fighting inside of my mind. And I wasn't doing anything. I just was like providing my body for some other dark weird energy come to my into myself, and like I'm fighting my mind, like, no, I'm done, so what is next? um so yeah, you have to do it, and sometimes you don't want to do it and you have to do it anyways, any fucking ways you have to do it, you know especially if you want to accomplish something for real. It's gonna be hard, but that's the grace of the process. You have to trust the process. um Sometimes persons get lucky, people get lucky and they really can accomplish stuff in a really good and easy way, but then when you are there, you have to be able to maintain. Anyway, if that is what you really really want, you have to get there and being able to stay there and fucking die as a legend, because you are in average. If you are average, why are you even trying? So just You have to be able to commit for real, for real. The same way you commit in relationships, the same way you commit with a work or a job that you don't want, you have to commit with yourself, even if you don't want. Because it's hard committing with yourself, because you are so distracted with the exterior world, and you are like, dreaming, 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 dreaming about life. But when are you fucking waking up? You have to look inside, way more inside to wake up. And looking inside is fucking uncomfortable. Let me tell you, it's very uncomfortable. And you don't feel motivated looking inside shit that you don't want to see. You are not comfortable looking shit that you don't want to see, you don't want to hear, you don't want to remember, you don't want to feel the same shit again, but you have to. You have to face shit that you don't want to face. You have to hear shit that you don't want to hear. You have to be able to feel very uncomfortable. You have to commit to that feeling. It's gonna suck for a little bit, but then when you get in the rhythm, the flavor is gonna come to you. The seasoning is gonna be there, but you have to go through the fucking process, and that sucks. That fucking sucks. But misery loves company, so you can stay there with your own misery and just stay there. Time is gonna pass anyway if you do your shit, or if you don't do your shit. Time is gonna fucking pass. It's gonna keep moving forward. So if you do it, you're gonna have results. If you don't do it, you're gonna have results anyway. But what kind of results you wanna have? And that's the hard part to people understand, especially in relationships. With fighters. Um, Fighters also have a long time to do what they do. So don't waste a fighter time. Will that time. Will that time, because as soon as possible and the healthy ways as possible, the fighter can accomplish what they're trying to accomplish. Like, life is good. you know um there's women, there's men fighting in their 40s, 40 something, 50. They shouldn't be, but it is what it is. I don't want to fight until my 40s, so I want to have the best life possible and my fast career as possible. Not fast, but like secure, secure. So when my first when I decide to step out of boxing, I will step out as a legend because I did care about myself, you know. And the people who were in my corner did care about myself also. So uh, we are persons, but we also are products. Okay, let's go. Thank you for being here. Thank you for joining it live. Have a good training. Yes, it is pretty uncomfortable, but someone needs to say it. Someone needs to fucking say it. Especially because we are so trapped in the fast pleasure, AI, social media, all the apps, the phone, the TV programs. It's like, I feel so intoxicated. And sometimes I'm like, feel that is something negative that is surrounding me, but it's all this technology. I know technology helps a lot, okay? I know I'm trying to be stupid with what I'm saying, but I just feel so with this negativity around me, you know? And then I had to deal with this thought that I know, well, I will go more to the spiritual here just a little bit. I'm very sensitive about negativity, and I'm very sensitive about people's intentions. I'm very sensitive about messages, whatever. I'm very sensitive. And I don't know what it is. I just know I trust whatever the fuck that is. Um, and social media is such a blessing, because it should be a blessing. We have the way to reach any corner in this world and expand and give a message and send a message to people. But we get so fucking lost here doing anything, anything, looking for motivation in a black mirror in our hand, in a TV program, and like, even we can't meditate. We can't stay with our own thoughts for a little bit because it's so fucking uncomfortable, and we just give up, step away, and say, "Oh, I don't want to do this. I don't want to think. I don't want to meditate. I don't want to work out." You just want to be there sitting watching a TV, being your phone, and like, I'm so grateful that I stepped out of my shy mindset and I came here to talk. Today is my second day here talking, and I do always talk, but I do more to myself. I do more through my family. I do record myself sometimes, but I do never really speak in real time as I'm doing right now. Um, but I feel the urgency that I need to speak the things that I'm speaking because um, we need to commit with ourselves. Look at the this is history. Um, every century, every generations are are changing. The range of life, age is changing. Bible, but in Bible, whatever, 700 years, 500 years, 300 years, we rarely see grandmas and grandpas with 100 years. 120, maybe you find someone like very harsh, um, you know. But in my country, for an example, Uruguay, 77 years old is the range of life, you know. Um, any time, any year, the time just keeps passing. That's what I'm saying. So the range of your life is gonna go down, down, down. It's gonna be 77, 76, 75, 70. When you see 65, 60, and then it's gonna be a time that we're gonna die at 20 years old. What the fuck is this? What the fuck is this? Um, and this is real. And like the part that sucks is that we have just 24 hours a day, and we somehow think the time is not passing, but we know the time is passing. Unconsciously we know, but consciously we are so fucking numb right now. Numb. We just don't want to sacrifice the good feeling of staying in a phone, staying social media, staying watching TV, to the real feeling of the staying connected with yourself and with your surrounding, which is the earth, which is the world. um this is material war, but you really don't think that is other stuff going on here? You don't think that it's like kind that can be another dimension, can be spirits, can be ghosts, can be demons, can be angels, can be fairies? I don't know. You don't think there is other shit like here that is not just us humans and cars and buildings? Like, there is more. For I promise there is more. And the fact that we are not aware and self motivate, I'm alive. Fuck yeah, I'm alive today. That's self motivation. And this is very important because sometimes we think and we feel in automatic and pilot mode, but we are so much that we are so numb, but we don't realize. Like, I don't know, just to give a weird example, you are a man and you think you have a good legs being a man, and you just know time pass and you, oh, everybody say I have good legs, and I know my mom sounds a little sorry. And then you are 30, 40, 50, I don't know, and you, the time pass and you never did no shit with your legs. You never lift no fucking weights, you never ride a bicycle, You never went for runs. Like you didn't use something good that you knew you did have. You are a lady, I don't know. And you think, yeah, you are a lady with, I don't know, with good, strong arms, So, oh, upper body, like what the fuck you did with your upper body? Because if God or if the universe or the creator give you a certain type of body and you have strong points or weak points in your body, that means something. That means if you are strong in certain point of your body and another point you are more weak, so this is telling you something. There is something that you are not using in your body. Why are you not using? I know I have good legs, and it took me a while to understand that I have to fucking run or really be a bodybuilder or use my legs in another way besides boxing. Okay, besides boxing, so I started to run and I ran my ass off. Like someone is chasing me. Um, I haven't run this last 4 or 5 days. My period and all this. I couldn't do it for real, for real. My period is really hard, so I didn't dare to move. So, but I'll be back tomorrow or tonight to my running. Um, but I've run my ass off. Who is this person saying this bullshit? Oh, my friend, I would block you. Sorry, because I don't have no time for disrespect. And I don't know you. Okay? Sorry. I just blocked someone here. Um, you see, that's how you protect your energy. If someone says something disrespectful to you, you think that shit didn't make my blood pressure raise up, but I just decided to block unanswered. So you will not have the privilege of my energy anymore because you're trying to waste it. You're trying to absorb it and take my energy in the wrong way with wrong intentions, and I don't want to deal with it. Um, Respectfully. So you didn't give a shit about me and just told me something disrespectful. I don't give a shit about you, so I will block you. And try to contact me again, I will block you again. So now you find yourself in a loop because you will chase me, I will run from you, and I will make a fucking wall, and you will not get into me. And took me a while to understand that too. You know, you are not forced to answer nobody. You aren't forced to respond nobody's provocation. Protect yourself all the time. Somebody attacks you, yeah, you can defend yourself. Don't even waste your time about attacking someone first. Mm-mm. Protect yourself. Reallocate that energy. Reallocate your energy. Negativity is here surrounding you all the time, anytime, anywhere, you know. But you can't just get upset because negativity and like, well, negativity is negativity. You is you, me is me. So let's be real. Let's stop putting excuses and putting everything in the same bag and let's do our jobs, which is be truthful to yourself. Well, we're gonna be here back tomorrow. I'm gonna be here back tomorrow. I don't think tomorrow the topic will be, maybe we'll talk a little bit more about motivation. I have other stuff to talk about motivation, but I would like to talk about other personal inner constructions. Um for an example, as people say, I'm self-made. Well, let's talk about that. Let's talk about tomorrow a little bit more of it under auto responsibility. Um well, thank you so much for being here. Thank you for following my life. We're definitely gonna be back tomorrow. Today's my second day. Tomorrow I'm gonna come back for my third day and just let's see what happened. I'm just excited to be here and excited to talk about all this stuff about life, about um how much courage take for us not to give up, right? Um we just have to be strong, we have to be faithful, and we have to believe in ourselves and in the process. That's very important. Thank you so much for being here. See you tomorrow. Bye.